stop first. This no be coincidence again. Villa Park don't turn trap ground for big teams. For a long time, Aston Villa was just there. Not small. Not big. Just surviving. But now, when teams they see Aston Villa away fixture on calendar, them they pause. Not because of name, but because of what they happen at Villa Park. This place don't change. And football people they notice. This no start overnight. No loud announcement. No media hype. Just small signs. Tough home games. Big teams struggling. Confidence growing. At first, people say no luck. Then them say no form. But when it start repeating, no pattern. And football patterns they dangerous. Villa Park used to be a place where big teams they manage games. Opponents they expect points. But now, Villa Park they demand respect. The crowd they loud. The players they brave. The football they fearless. This is no longer a friendly stadium. This not battlefield. Watch Villa at home now and you go notice something clear. They no hide. They no beg. They press with confidence. They defend with discipline. They attack with belief. This no be reckless football. This not controlled aggression. And that balance they hard to deal with. One after another, big teams come. Some come confident. Some come cautious. But many leave with the same feeling, this was harder than expected. Games they tight. Moments they costly. Mistakes they punished. Villa no need dominate possession. They just need moments. And they take them. This place get energy. Not chaotic energy. Focused energy. The crowd they believe. The players they feel it. And when belief enters a stadium, fear enters the opponent. Small errors become big problems. Small chances become goals. That's how home dominance is built. Villa players know they play like underdogs again. They take responsibility. They demand the ball. They no rush decisions. That confidence is contagious. Once a team believes it belongs at the table, others start doubting themselves. That's the key thing people miss. This no be one upset. This no be one lucky night. This is repetition. And repetition changes reputation. Villa Park is building a reputation. The silent warning to the league. Big teams talk quietly among themselves. They don't say it loudly. But they know. This fixture is no longer routine. You can't sleep. You can't relax. You can't manage energy here. If you come half ready, Villa will expose you. So now, the question inside football circles is growing. Is this just a strong home run? Or is this the beginning of something bigger? Because when a club masters its home ground, the table starts shifting quietly. And shifts like this don't stop easily. Villa Park is speaking. Big teams are listening. But the real story is deeper than noise and results. It's about structure, mentality, and belief turning into habit. And as this season continues, the biggest test is still ahead. Because once respect arrives, expectation follows. By now, it clear say this no be coincidence. One big team fit lose by mistake. Two fit struggle by chance. But when it keep happening, no system. Aston Villa don't turn Villa Park into a place where plans break down. And the reason they deeper than vibes. Villa no rush games at home. They start with strong shape, compact midfield, clear defensive instructions. They no open themselves early. They no chase foolish press. Instead, they wait. This patience frustrates big teams. Because big teams expect space early. But Villa no give am. Most big teams come with one idea: control the ball, control the game. Villa they allow them small possession. But control, No. Villa close central spaces. Force play wide. Win second balls. So even when big teams they hold ball, they uncomfortable. And discomfort leads to mistakes. Villa no press anyhow. They press in triggers. Bad first touch. Sideways pass. Player receiving with back to goal. Once that trigger shows, Villa jump like trap. That's where turnovers happen. That's where danger starts. Big teams hate this kind pressure. Because it no dey predictable. This one no be joke. Villa Park crowd dey active, not passive. They scream during tackles. Lift players during counters. Pressure referees subtly. This kind atmosphere no dey give visitors mental rest. And football without mental rest leads to rush decisions. Once Villa win the ball, they move fast. Not reckless fast. Purposeful fast. 1 or 2 passes. Ball into space. Attack before shape resets. Big teams they exposed here because fullbacks are high. Midfielders are stretched. And Villa punish that space without mercy. Normally, experience helps. But at Villa Park, even experienced sides struggle. Why? Because Villa don't remove comfort. They don't turn the game into duels. Decisions under pressure. Emotional battles. Experience helps with calm. But calm disappears when chaos is controlled. Every home win builds belief. Belief builds bravery. Bravery builds consistency. Now Villa players expect results at home. That expectation changes body language. They demand the ball. They take risks. They recover quicker after mistakes. Confidence like this is contagious. You can see it in opponents. After 20 to 30 minutes, passes slow. Players look frustrated. Communication breaks. Once frustration enters, Villa grows stronger. That's the psychological edge. This no be fluke football. This style is repeatable, sustainable, hard to prepare against. It doesn't depend on one star. It depends on structure and belief. That's why it's dangerous. Quietly, coaches and analysts are adjusting. Some teams now sit deeper. Avoid pressing Villa high. Play safer passes. That alone shows respect has arrived. And when respect arrives, pressure also arrives for the home team. Now comes the real test. Maintaining dominance is harder than building it. Once everyone knows your strength, they plan specifically for you. Villa Park is no longer a surprise. The question now is, can Villa evolve again? Villa have built something real. But football doesn't pause for applause. The next phase is coming. Higher expectations. Stronger resistance. Bigger spotlight. And how Villa respond to that pressure will decide whether this story becomes history or just a hot moment. At first, Villa Park's success was surprise. Now, it's expectation. Opponents know they come again to see what happens. They come with caution, with fear, with plans. And that change matters. Because once expectation enters the room, pressure follows. For Aston Villa, this is the next level test. Look at the table and you see it. Home wins give points, momentum, belief. But more than that, they give identity. Villa now know, if we protect our house, we stay relevant. That mindset keeps teams alive in long seasons. Away games can be unpredictable. Injuries happen. Bad days come. But home is where teams reset. Villa Park has become their recharge point, their confidence bank, their emotional advantage. When things go wrong elsewhere, Villa Park brings them back. That stability is rare. This is the big question football people whisper. Home dominance is powerful. But seasons are won with balance. Villa don't need to win every away game. But they must avoid collapse. Pick smart points. Stay competitive. Because if home form stays strong, and away form improves even slightly, the ceiling rises. Big teams are adjusting. They sit deeper. Avoid high risk. Slow the game down. That changes Villa's challenge. Breaking down cautious teams is harder than punishing aggressive ones. So Villa must now prove something new. Can they dominate when opponents refuse to open up? Success brings comfort. Comfort brings danger. Villa players now hear praise. Difficult place to go. Strong at home. Fearless. That praise must not turn into relaxation. Because football punishes relaxed teams fast. The hunger must stay sharp. Make we be honest. Villa are not perfect. They still make mistakes. They still have quiet spells. But what makes them dangerous is this. They don't panic anymore. Come teams under pressure are hard to beat. If Villa maintain this home standard, European places become realistic. Big teams keep losing points. The league picture shifts quietly. No headlines needed. Just consistency. And consistency scares rivals more than hype. Once you become the hard place, everybody comes ready. No one underestimates you. No one relaxes. That means more physical battles, more tactical focus, more pressure to deliver. This is where strong teams separate themselves from short-term stories. The next few home games will tell a lot. Not just about results, but about response. How Villa handle setbacks, tactical blocks, rising expectations will decide if this run becomes legacy or just a phase. Villa Park is loud. Villa belief is strong. But football seasons are long. And dominance must survive time, not moments. What happens next? When pressure peaks and stakes rise, will define how this story ends. After the cheers fade and the lights go down, one truth remains. Villa Park is no longer just a stadium. It has become a weapon. For Aston Villa, this isn't about hype or moments. It's about habit. And habits decide seasons. Now comes the hardest phase. Not building dominance, but protecting it. Opponents will arrive smarter. They'll sit deeper. They'll slow the game. They'll target Villa's patience. This is where good teams become strong teams, or fall back into the pack. Villa must now show consistency under expectation. Come when the crowd demands more. Control when chaos doesn't come. That's the next level. When one ground becomes feared, the league shifts. Points drop quietly. Tables change slowly. Narratives rewrite themselves. Big teams don't lose titles in dramatic nights alone. They lose them in places like this. Villa Park is becoming that place. This Villa story isn't about superstar names. It's about structure, belief, and discipline. They press with purpose. They defend with unity. They attack with intent. No fear football. No apology football. And that's why it's working. But success brings danger, complacency, comfort, expectation. Villa must fight those harder than opponents. Because football is cruel to teams that relax for 1 second. The margin between difficult place to go and ordinary again is very small. Even now, the feeling lingers. Villa Park feels alive. Opponents feel uneasy. Fans feel belief. But belief must survive pressure to become legacy. And pressure is coming. So let me ask you straight. Do you see Aston Villa turning Villa Park into a season-defining weapon that can push them into Europe, or would the pressure of expectation eventually slow this run down? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments. Make we reason am together.